around the world that when Bennett went out and said what he said, I mean, I kind of like lost it. And I remember saying to COWHN, before he got in office, when he was having a debate against Doug Foster at the Crossroads Theater, and I never forget when I said to him, I said, I talked about what happened with William Bennett, what he said, and I said, if the monster ever visit our community again, will you help us to defeat this monster? Surely the monster is not Godzilla, because Godzilla come and help the people and go in the ocean and come back out. You understand me? But this monster that we got is an economic, and he trying to take everything. Oh, he trying to get down. That's why we got to come up out of the silence and get on out there.
Well, the wealth of this country, to a large degree, is harvested from a people who have not been able to benefit from their own efforts.
That's the truth.
And, when we look at some of these decisions that are being made, it used to be a time a non-profit corporation was an honorable thing.
Sure.
A better thing
than
for-profit. But now it has just become another mechanism for people to pay their friends and to exploit the resources of a community. It's just another legal structure to hide behind, where you cannot be held accountable if you fail to manage wisely, successfully, or humanely.
Sure.
I've never seen a time like the times we face today.
Well, I think that victory is coming our way because we have new people in office and new people being elected to office. Just walked in the studio is Adrian Mapp. He was able to defeat Don Davis, I believe it was.
That is correct.
And it's just a matter of time, and November is around the corner. Him and Annie McWilliams. Annie was able to defeat the Honorable Harold Gibson, longtime politician, and of course I knew of his brother up in Newark. So we got Adrian Mapp here, and they're getting ready for November. So I'm going to let him say some words to the people.
Well, thank you, Reverend Jackson. The first thing I would like to say to the people of Plainfield is thank you. I thank all of the people who came out in such large numbers to support Annie McWilliams and myself. We decided that it would be in the best interest of the people of Plainfield for us to run a campaign on the issues to address those things that the people find to be of greatest concern to them. And we spent a great deal of time over a 6-week period going across the entire Plainfield landscape, talking to people, finding out what their needs are, finding out what their issues are with this administration and with this council. And we presented to them what some of our plans are when we get into office come January 1st. And the people responded in a very positive way, and it is certainly a referendum that was voted upon in terms of the way people responded to us and the way they responded to the lack of leadership that they have seen coming from the council and from the administration. And so we will take what the people have given to us, and we will move forward, and we will begin to work for the people. And so again, Plainfield, we want to thank you in a big way, and know that I am available. I have always been available to you, and you can reach out and call me at any time, and I believe you can do the same to Annie McWilliams, and we will respond wherever the needs are, and we will do our best at every turn to make sure that your needs are served and that we do our very best job for Plainfield as a whole. Thank you, Plainfield.
Okay, that was Adrian Mapp. I would just want to take a moment and just go back in time in history. June 19th, 1864, and I believe they refer to this today as Juneteenth, for the slaves, African-American slaves that were in Texas. They needed the military because they were actually free. My family then was free in 1863, January 1st, because I'm my mother's freedom child. So the idea is, it's an honor to see how we have evolved over the many years. They didn't want to let you free, And the military, they had to order the military to release you. You understand? So today, everything, God has worked with man and redeveloped his mind where you are free as you believe you are. And you need to come on out of hiding. This is a new day for the people of color. But not only that, it's a new day for America. It is the day. This is what you call the day. Not V-Day, but the day where we all can do as Dr. King said, be as one. We have, of course, Drobarh Dowe. She's a Republican candidate. And she reminded me the other day that she will be running against Annie Mapp Williams in November.
Yes, I've been noting the way that many people have claimed the victory and have stated that just winning the Democratic primary is a virtual guarantee that you will win the general election. And my campaign promise is that the date of the election is just another day in my life. And every one of these days, I will work for the greater good. I may be a candidate for office, but I'm also somebody who cares deeply about the community that I grew up in, the school system that I was raised in, my family's church, and so many other things. I've seen Plainfield in better days, and I'd like to see us bring better days back to Plainfield.
So you're getting ready for November.
Of course.
And I believe Annie may call in, because I talked to her yesterday. If the church of what's happening now with the grace of God, always with the grace, will be able to put together a debate.
Oh, that would
We'd
be
like
nice.
to do one for, actually we would like to do one for July and one for August. Now, I haven't got Annie's promise on anything yet, but I'm going to ask from your side, would you participate in it?
Of course. And if it's not possible for the other candidate to be here, I'm willing to discuss something other than politics and still be present on your show those dates. There's a lot of issues in this town other than whether or not she or I will sit on the city council.
Sure.
And we need to not get distracted by goals and forget the process.
Okay, well, we're waiting on Annie. Annie McWilliams, she may call in and she may not. Didn't get the actual guarantee because she's very busy at this moment. I'd like to go back to Adrian Mapp, and were you able to stop over at the visual that they have for Muhlenberg?
No, I have not been able to do that as of yet, but I certainly plan to be over there for some period of time this afternoon. And so we have to keep the pressure on. We have to all work together to send a very strong message to our elected officials at the state level that we will settle for nothing other than a full-service hospital operating here in Plainfield for the benefit of Plainfield as well as the many neighboring communities that are served by Muhlenberg. And so we will continue to fight, and we will not rest until the state does the right thing, that is to reject the certificate of closure and to allow Muhlenberg to continue to operate as a full-service hospital.
Okay, Adrian, let me ask you this right here at this moment while I have you here. We're 10 minutes left in this show. What is your ambitions for November and after you're elected to office?
Well,
For the city of Plainfield.
I am hopeful that with my victory in the primary that the people of Plainfield will go on to elect me to the council in November. And when I take my seat on the council in January, I intend to work with each one of my colleagues and with the administration to carry out the vision that we all have for the city of Plainfield. And I'm hoping that my colleagues do have a vision for the city. I hope that the administration has a vision for the city. But it doesn't matter who you are. I am going to sit down and I'm going to work with you to bring to Plainfield the things that are lacking right now. I campaign on the theme of Democrats for Change.
Yes.
And lots of changes are needed in Plainfield.
Sure.
We're not anywhere near to where we need to be. And the administration and my colleagues need to take a real hard introspective look at the way they've been conducting themselves and look at the changes that need to be made so that the people of Plainfield can be better.